Hey everybody, this is Rob Rivera with Who's On First, the show, and today got something for you. I picked something up and I wanted to show it to you guys. And I picked up this Treasures of the Major League Baseball. Nice little book. I actually got two cameras going, so it's gonna get interesting. We're gonna try this out.
Camera. Ooh. So, and right on the cover you have you have Ty Cobb, you got Roger Clemens, you got Babe Ruth here, and you got Jackie Robinson.
But this book is more like a scrapbook type of deal, and I was looking at it and I got a really good price on it. I couldn't help myself. I don't know how much they are. I haven't looked it up, but I'm gonna open it up with you guys. We're gonna take a look, and I've already seen some stuff. I skimmed over a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, it's a really nice hardcover book, nice bound, baseballs all over. And let's get started. Got the inside, baseball field. Look, everybody's in there. Probably before the game or something. Treasures of the Major League. There we go. Got Mr. Gibson, Hall of Famer. And it gives us some content. It's forward, the 19th century, the 1900s. Walk off the World Series in 1910, some collectibles on 14, 1920s on page 16, Babe Ruth and the Yankees. You got the 1930s, you got page 20, the 1940s, breaking barriers, catchers, the 1950s, and expansion, relocation. And you got owners on the next one there. It's 60.
Got some really cool stuff, and as you can see, they got a nice little badge there.
Got some credits there. We got a glove. We got a ring in that. Move on to the next page. Here's the forward, Tommy Lasorda. I got to meet him up in Cooperstown in 2019. Very nice guy. Introduction. And got Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson there in the picture. Pretty cool. This one here speaks about the 19th century. And what I really found really intriguing is this it has little pockets in here. And it has some little treasures in here, which I was like, oh wow, it's really special. I want to be delicate with it. And it's got some stuff in here. Let's go pull some of this stuff out here. And in here, we got something else in here. So in here, we have a picture of the old Red Stockings.
And this one is the old Red Stockings, Cincinnati, 1869. Won all games played the season of 1869. In really small letters, it has like their names and stuff. It's really pretty cool. And here, what do we got here? Oh, wow. Hey, this is why. The American Origin of Baseball. And looks like they mapped out this whole thing of baseball stuff here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, 90 feet. They were drawing this
out here. There's 90 foot. You see the 90 foot there? That's pretty cool. And dimensions, looks like the squares, and a lot of good stuff in here. I think that's pretty cool. And here, what do we got here? Looks like a letter, a copy of a letter.
And this one is to A.G. Spalding Brothers Athletic Goods. It says, showing the American origin of the national game of baseball, by Al Spalding.
Shadow
Frank
type. I don't know what it is. Not that I can't read cursive, but it's kind of hard to read as to what they say. But that's a little copy of a letter. I think it's pretty cool, and has this nice little back here. You can always move it, and then you can read what it says inside here, and I'll read a snippet of it. The key to success, Cy Young once told Central sports reporter Walter L. Johns was that I was never wild. I could put the ball where I wanted to. Doubleday Field is where baseball was invented. First played in 1839. There's a lot of rumors about that, a lot of myths and stuff, but that's what they're coming up with. Doubleday Field and Cooperstown is where it was first played. Alrighty, well that's pretty cool. Let me put all this stuff back. Little fake clip there. What's it got? The next one. Let me see. This one, let me see. Okay, this talks about the 1900s. At the turn of the century, baseball truly began to take its modern shape. Foul balls were counted as strikes beginning in 1901.
So imagine, foul balls were not strikes until 1901. So imagine that's pretty awesome, huh? What do you think?
It's got another little pouch here. All right, so here's the 1900s, and we got a little pouch there. We're gonna see what's it got inside here. Looks like a little Honus Wagner picture. What's that? Oh, look at that. This is Chance. Ooh. Oh, I don't know who that is. I can't read it. Oh, it's Chance, Chicago Nationals. Oh, it's a little card, like a Honus Wagner type of card, right? And sweet coral. Alrighty, let's see what else we got in here. Brown, Chicago Nationals. Prominent baseball players and athletes. Order by number. So see, this one has all the names and their numbers. All the way from 1 to 75. Anyone above the name pictured given in exchange for 10 coupons taken from a Turkey Red cigarette or 25 coupons from either Old Mill or Fizz cigarettes. Send coupons by mail or express. Charges prepaid to Baseball Athletic Pictures Department in Jersey City. Wow, the offer expires June 30th, 1911. So this offer is expired. All right, but that's a pretty cool picture. What else we got here? We got another picture here. So I guess when they would collect these pictures, I don't know if they were this big or not. Maybe they were smaller. I don't know. And they would collect them and then they would send them in and redeem them. Well, that's pretty cool. The game's first modern decade saw the debut of its most gifted and controversial stars yet. Okay, let's put this back here. We'll flip this.
I don't know about you, but I think it's pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's really wild. Sometimes you think about some of this stuff, we don't think about it, we don't appreciate it, we don't think about it. Let me see here. The greatest player of all time
is how White Sox Charles Comiskey once described Ty Cobb, calling the... Oh, wait a minute. We missed a card in here. There was 2 more cards in there. Oh, yeah. So there was so these are blown up pictures. Looks like they've blown up pictures of these big cards. They have the little cards in here. Oh. That'll iron out real nice. Oh, there's the little cards. There you go, little cards. Sweet Corporal cigarettes. Remember, kids, no smoking. Smoking ruins your lungs, gives you bad breath, destroys your teeth, and you know what? Those doubles, they go to singles because you can't breathe and you can't get to second base. So no smoking, no vaping, none of that good stuff, right? Terrible stuff. Oh Lord. All right, let's move on to the next one. Walk-off World Series. So here, this section talks about the walk-off World Series. There you got, right? Bill Mazeroski hitting the home run. And You can see there's no little pocket here, but you know what? You know what I do get? We get a little, look at this. You want to see something really cool? Watch this. Look at this. Ooh. Here's a World Series ticket. This is from 2004. The Cardinals versus the American League champs. Oh, look at that. Little replica there. 2004. Who played in the World Series? Do you know? Make sure you comment. Let me know. I don't recall. It says Game 6 of the 1991, Game 6 of 1993, Game 7 of 2001. These are famous walk-off home run section here. All right, let's go to the next page. So here they have a quote here from Bill Mazeroski. It says, "Every day of my life, I think of that home run," says Bill Mazeroski. His Game 7 blast in the 1960 World Series. Wouldn't you? Okay. Oh, that's that page is a little thick. So here's 1910. Is the framework of Wrigley Field, built in about a month between the early March and April 23, 1914, when 21,000 people packed to see the home game opener. And this looks like it's this page here. Look at this. It's like the architect's drawing here. You got a nice little, ooh, it's big. Look at that. Let me see if I can open it up. See if we can open it up. Alrighty. Ooh, lordy. Alright, the plans. Here's the plans. I don't want to pull it off. Alright, I'm not going to mess with it too much. But, looks like a nice... oh, there we go. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, the architectural plan. The plan on the ground floor. The elevation on the Shield Avenue, the sections, the outside. This is actually, it's really big. So I don't want to take it apart, but it's nice. Then we can move it over. There you go. And that's a nice little picture there. Showed you what it was. You got the golden Cincinnati Reds there, 1860 to 1910. And then you got an old game ticket. All right, get a rain check on those. That's pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one. Let me see what else we got. What's the next one here? Collectibles. Look at this. You had cards, baseballs, autographed baseballs. Here's Babe Ruth signing baseballs here. Here's Ty Cobb. We got his glove, right? And over here it says collectibles.
As the game has grown older, memorabilia has become a massive industry. So, alrighty. Let's take a look. Oh, yes. And this is one of my favorites, the Honus Wagner.
We got a nice Honus Wagner little card. And the same Sweet Corporal cigarettes, and it goes right in this little slot here. We'll put it back right now, little slot there.
Card. If you want a Honus Wagner card, what do you got to put? You guys know. I'll tell you. Don't tell nobody, okay? Put WOF21 in the comments. And I'll DM you and get you one. Okay? Right here.
Okay. Right here it says, "Hey, proclaim the record Don Basenfielder in 1944. Don't throw out those cards in the attic, mother. They're worth dough."
I know. I hear all the stories. Everybody getting their cards thrown out and stuff like that. Man.
All right, so they have a picture of a glove here. A glove signed by the 1943 Cardinals, who lost the World Series, with the interest in players' autograph was increased. Okay, and it says this is a baseball card from the late 19th century depicting Bob Cothuris, a star pitcher for the St. Louis and Brooklyn Cubs. So there you go. There's a card. All right, let's move on to the next, the 1920s. This is the controversy with the Black Sox. In 1920, with the Black Sox scandal, threatening to ruin the game credibility, the owners turned to Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis. Landis was the right man for baseball, Richard S. Simmons once wrote, and many considered him the savior of baseball. Yep, those 1920s were rough. Alrighty, let's take a look here. Got a nice little ticket there. Let me see, I got nothing here for me. Got to read. Uh-oh, this one. This one's got a little something here. All right, Babe Ruth and the Yankees. So here we have Babe Ruth above in photo. The Curse of the Bambino. When the Boston Red Sox took the field for the 2004 World Series, many believed that more than just the Cardinals stood between them and the Boston and baseball's greatest prize. The Curse of the Bambino, which supposedly had haunted them for decades, also was lingering. Legend has it the Boston's beloved Sox were still reeling from the move they had made on January 3rd in 1920 when the cash-strapped owner, Harry Farzay, sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees for $100,000 and a $300,000 loan. But if the curse had waited on the team's success, it left the 2004, the Sox swept St. Louis for the first title since 1918. So now you know who played in 2004. It was the Cardinals and the Red Sox. And let me see what we got. What we got now? Look, nice picture of Babe Ruth there, taking a good little swat. And we got something in here. What we got? We got a picture. It's like a picture. Oh, we got a little autograph picture. You see there?
Autograph.
Little autograph.
You see the autograph there? Got Babe Ruth. Oh, here's a letter. It's a letter, looks like. So let me read you the letter. First, let me show it to you. Put this in here so we don't lose our place. Let me show you the letter. Copy of this nice letter here. Woo, ba-ba-da. Okay. So in the letter, it says, it's from the St. Petersburg, Florida, from John Haynes, manager, and it's to Mr. Morris Innes, future editor, The Mirror, Central High School in Broad Green Street in Philadelphia. It says, Dear Sir, you asked me for a few lines to be addressed to the pupils of the Central High School. My thoughts are directed. Amid the gala rounds of pleasure and amusement, we occasionally see prominence in the limelight of fame and often feel like putting our arms around them and hugging them. But do we give a thought to their struggle? Do we step by step climb the ladder of supremacy? Many think that all that is needed is to become a good baseball player. It is to own a ball and a bat. Nothing could be further from the mark. Many of us labor on end without profitable accomplishment, yet we should not give up on our hope. It is the thread that may eventually prove a powerful line. Remember, it is the expectation of the future that urges us to be good of the final accomplishment. Yes, that is the word, accomplishment. It is all that human fertility can wish for in happy home life. It is craving of every class of society. It is the fundamental basis of every successful business. Just as future fortunes are not made by earning, but saving plus interest accumulation, so sports, whether it is baseball, football, or any other test of endurance, is gained by hard work and living a clean life. Finally, you should ever keep in mind the gratitude due to your parents. It should be your greatest pleasure to keep in daily contact with them through the mail or when you are away from home. It reveals the real man and considerate woman, for no pleasure can be so great as breaking either into the sunshine or into the shadows of your father and mother, whose greatest joy lies in the best interest of their children. Let each one of us use our best efforts to make the coming generation more noble, respectful into the field of learning, finance, and sports. Very truly yours, Babe Ruth. So it looks like he wrote a letter to a teacher for his students. And amazing. That's amazing. I never saw that check in the picture. That's pretty cool. Got a little check. See the back of it. Yeah. Wow. Alrighty. Let's move on to the next one. The next one here. What do we got here? Boy, look at this. The 1930s. A wealth of big league talent and a roster of pranksters in the 1934 Cardinals were one of the most interesting teams ever assembled. And in the 30s here is also where Cooperstown, this was the first class of the Hall of Famers, was put in. But let's see what we got in this little bad boy, huh? What do you think? Let me see. Let me pull this out. See what we got here. That's pretty cool. Yeah. There's a little note or something. It says, book. The book. Got the book. Ooh. Man. The book Cadillac Hotel. Here's a letter. I'm not going to read this whole thing because this looks like it's going to take a minute. I can't see who was the said best wishes at the end. That's a good way to end it, huh? Best wishes. Yeah, I would really have to. The cursive on this is long cursive. This new setup that questions might arise, and if you may, I can't really make that, but we'll see. Let me see. What's this one here? What do we got here? Oh, looks like a, what is this? Official scorecard. Yeah, nice little copy of the scorecard. Let me see. 1940s. 1940s. What do you think? Let me see what we got here. We have the 1940s. Two legends delivered a season to remember. The global conflict loomed large in the horizon. All right. People don't know it, but Phil Rizzuto once told Newsday, but Joe was a student of hitting. He talked about it as much as Williams. So, I mean, it looks like there's a little passport in here. Look. Oh, it's a diary. Got a little diary on here. You got a little diary. Let me see whose diary is this. Got some writing in there. Like a little phone book type of deal. I know you guys don't have that no more. Everybody got iPhones. You got iPhones. Tyrese Cobb. You know who Tyrese Cobb is? You know who Tyrese? Anybody know who Tyrese Cobb is? That's Ty Cobb. That's Ty Cobb. Ooh, look at that. What's this little book? Let me see if I can read a note in here. It says, for those who are reading this, make sure you watch Who's On First with Robert Rivera. It is the best show on YouTube. Tyrese Cobb. Go figure. No, it's kind of hard to read. The little scribbles in here. It says, to orphan looked by Kane. I don't know. Then it has a calendar, 1946. So here's a nice picture of Joe DiMaggio and Ted Williams. Guys can hit. Let's see what else they got. Oh, what's this one in here? We got something over here. Let me see. Ooh, we got another letter. Ooh, from the White House. The White House. It says, Dear Judge, thank you for yours of January 14th, as you will, of course, realize the final decision about the baseball season must rest with you and the baseball club owners. So what I am going to say is solely personal and not official point of view. I honestly feel that it would be best for the country to keep baseball going. There will be fewer people unemployed, and everyone will work longer hours and harder than ever before. That means that they ought to have a chance for recreation and for taking their minds off of their work, and even more than before. Baseball provides recreation which does not last over 2 hours or 2 hours and a half, and can be got for very little cost. And incidentally, I hope that the night games can be expanded because it gives the opportunities for the day shifts to come and see the games occasionally. Here is another way of looking at it. If 300 teams use 5,000 or 6,000 players, these players are definite recreational assets to the least 20 million of the fellow citizens, and that is the judgment of yours truly. Very best wishes, Franklin D. Roosevelt. To the Honorable Kennesaw Landis. So it's a letter from the White House to the judge, Judge Landis, the Commissioner of Baseball, telling him that we should do more night games and that country will be working hard and they need recreation. So we got here breaking barriers. And we got breaking barriers here, and it looks like breaking barriers. Thanks to the courage of a few, the big leagues finally were open to all. So you got the Dodgers. You got the Dodgers there with Jackie Robinson. You got Satchel Paige here playing for St. Louis, the baseball card. And let me see what we got in this little pouch over here. Let me see what we got. We got a ticket. It's like a ticket, a letter. Oh yeah, it looks like a ticket. Comiskey Park National Colored All-Stars Baseball Classic. And bleacher seats, it was $1. That's pretty cool. Bleacher seats, $1. I'd take it all day, every day. Here's a letter from Chock full of nuts to the New York Giants from Jackie Robinson. It says, Dear Mr. Stoneham, after due consideration, I have decided to request to be placed on a voluntary retired list, as I'm going to devote my full time to business opportunities that I have been presented. My sincere thanks to you and to Mr. Me for the wonderful cooperation and understanding to this matter. I assure you that my retirement has nothing to do with my trade or your organization. From all I have heard from people who have worked with you, it would have been a pleasure to have been in your organization. Again, many thanks, continued success to you and the New York Giants, Jackie Robinson. So, not sure what happened. In accordance with Major League Baseball, the above application is herefore transmitted to F.C. Fittick, Baseball Commissioner, with a commission recommendation that the request be approved by the Commissioner. And stated January 16th, 1957. See, this is what I like about some of these books. You get some of these things and you see things and whoa. You see things that you never thought of. Negro Baseball League in the Polo Grounds. There's like a poster. It's like a big man. Let me see what we got. Let me see, can I open it up without messing it up? Let me see. Let's see what we got. Oh boy. Look at that. What we get there? What we get? That camera keeps moving. The New York versus the Cuban Stars and Newark Eagles. the Cubans, the Newark Eagles, 3rd, 155th Street and 8th Avenue in New York City. Bleachers, 60 cents. Grandstand, $1.20. Well, we wouldn't give 60 cents and $1.20 today. I'd buy a dozen. Oh man, that's pretty cool. All right, let's put this away. We've been looking at all the stuff and we haven't really. You got Frank Robinson here, Minor Pioneer, Branch Rickey. There's a picture of him there. Yep. All right. Move on to the next one. Let's see what else we got here. This is the catcher. Although he is wasted, allowed to play in the majors, Josh Gibson was one of the best hitting catchers of all time. So now they talk about my favorite position, the catcher. You got the mask, right? You got Yogi Berra here, Johnny Bench. Who's this gentleman here? Let me see. Oh, Roy Campanella. Roy Campanella. I can't talk today. Roy Campanella. You got Mike Piazza here. And Carlton Fisk. Carlton Fisk here. You got Mike Piazza, Roy Campanella, Johnny Bench, Yogi Berra. That's pretty cool. Catchers, tough spot. The only catchers know the pressure of producing offense. Carlton Fisk told the New York Times, Mike Piazza has been meeting the challenge. Look at those old shin guards they got up here. Look at that. Look at that mask. Nowadays, they got so much great equipment, it's not even funny. Let me see the 1950s. With one clutch at bat and one perfect outing, outfielders Bobby Thompson and pitcher Don Larson made history. Is this the scorecard? Is this the scorecard? Let me see. Okay, well, we got a scorecard. Yeah, it's a scorecard. It's a nice little old scorecard. Yep. What game was this? The Perfect Game, October 8th, 1956. It was Don Larson's Perfect Game, this scorecard. This might be the scorecard. Let me see. Don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It's a little faded. It looks like it has the paid attendance on here too. So if you look right up here, it says paid attendance. Looks like 34,320 paid. And then they have 1,132,469 seasons sold, tickets sold. For probably tickets for the season have been sold. You know, back in the day, they had to make money, and the reason how they make money was they sold tickets. You had to sell tickets. You had to be able to get tickets and get them sold, and you know, it was people had to buy tickets. Not like nowadays where they get money from TV revenue and stuff like that. You know, so a lot of revenue, marketing, and licensing and stuff. So. Milwaukee County 1958 World Series here. Yeah. Look at that. 42. Let me see. This is the scorecard kept by Runs Hodges, the voice of the New York Giants, October 3rd, 1951. Bobby Thompson homered. So the Bobby Thompson homer. So let me see here. So the picture here shows Yogi Berra and Don Larson. And it's like Bobby Thompson's here. I don't know what this little melee here is at home plate here. Let me see. Oh, that was after Bobby Thompson hit his home run. And you can see 42, Jackie Robinson. Standing there, doesn't look like he's too happy. I don't know if I would be either. Just hit a home run, and that's it. Took you out. And this is the expansion and the relocation. And here they talk about following a move west to the Giants, the Dodgers, and in the majors saw significant growth. We got some cleats. I got a picture of the cleats, the Giants and the Yankees' early success. This is a picture here of the Diamondbacks. Their early success. There's been a lot of movement. The Giants, the Dodgers, the Washington Nationals. A lot of movement, a lot of stuff. And I don't know, they might be talking about some expansion, more teams in the future. We'll see what happens with Major League Baseball, but that'd be interesting. What do you guys think? I think why not, right? What do you say? Let me see. What else? What's the next page? Next page talks about the owners. So here's a page about the owners. And let me see what we got up top here. It says owners. Some ideas worked, others didn't. Through it all, two of the game's most inventive owners, Bill Veeck and Charlie Finley, kept things interesting. And they did some wild stuff, great promotions, some not so great promotions, and you had let me see, one of the world's smallest batters, and 355 over here. I think they pushed the wall back. Let me see. Charlie Finley, the owner of the A's, saves as the catcher for the opening pitch of the season. All right. Oh, okay. He was a catcher for the opening season game. Wow. Bill Veeck, outside Comiskey, made even a losing team fun to watch. Bill Veeck, there he is right there. And a 3'7" signed by Veeck as a stunt. Ball player, 3'7". There he is right there. And signed by Veeck as a stunt. Walked in the only major league plate appearance. So there you go. All right, so I'm going to cut it off right there. And you come back for part 2 next week. We're going to go through the rest of this book. All right. Remember, as we say here on Who's On First, keep swinging.
If you like the show, please do me a favor. Subscribe. Right. You see it? It's right there. Subscribe, share, like, and don't forget, put that bell on. It'll ding you when I put something else on, all right?